who obviously comes from Abrahamic tradition. Okay, let me get a little sip for him, so I can be Chef Curry with this, right? I'm about to Chef Curry him. He originates from Abrahamic tradition. He is a character who is layered across multiple texts. He is the light bringer. He is the morning star, which outside of this culture, that name, Lightbringer, typically associates with enlightenment and sharing knowledge. This is like the paradox of what Lucifer is. So originally, he was said to be a high-ranking angel. He was a being of beauty, brilliance, and proximity to divine truth. He is the one who existed closer to ultimate reality than any human ever could. This is beliefs that came from people of the ancient Near East. This is Hebrew text. This is later Christian theology. And this is centuries that we have been reinterpreting who Lucifer was, who the light bringer was. So we know him. He isn't just a villain, or maybe he's not even a villain. This is really going to see how you interpret the story. His villainy really rests upon that. Because was he that? Prometheus kind of plays the same role, right? Let's not forget about that. Someone who also brought us knowledge, right? Through the fire, right? Okay, so those are the moments. So his moment is that he doesn't sacrifice to gain knowledge. Unlike Cthulhu, he's not an external force that breaks him down. He exists within the proximity of truth, so he sees what reality really is. He sees divine order. He sees hierarchy. He sees a structure, and at some point he says, "No, that's wrong." Now, whether he's right for saying that or he's wrong for saying that, we don't know because I don't have that knowledge, but this is what he comes to. So when he acts in rebellion against the Abrahamic God, it is not out of ignorance. It is not out of confusion. It is out of pure defiance, purely defiant. And so when you frame it, some people like to say it as pride, desire for autonomy, refusal to serve, but the core of it, just get past all that stuff. I'm sorry, that was a weird gesture there. But we get past all that nonsense about pride, about autonomy, about refusal. He saw the structure of his universe. That's what he saw. And he refused his place in it, right? You ever get you went out for the basketball team and then you're not in the starting lineup and you're not even important off the bench. You're just like one of the last guys on the bench, basically a practice squad player. You have to accept that reality. And he said, no, I'm not. I'm better than that. That's literally what he said. It's the best analogy. That he understands the structure of how the universe works. This is not madness. This is clarity that is followed by absolute resistance. So he's very different than how the other guys get down. That's who Lucifer is, which makes him unique. Now, his consequences are immediate. The consequence is immediate. He is cast out. He's falling from heaven into the lower state of existence, us, right? Comes down to Fresno or Modesto. Now that's where he lives at. He's got a nice house, though, out there. It's not a bad place, right? And he becomes the shadow. He becomes, his proximity to this divinity now becomes extreme distance. And this is the key that most people meet. He does not lose the awareness that he has. When he gets cast out, he loses all his connection to divinity, but what's going on in his noodle brain is still there. He still understands the structure of the universe. He falls knowing what all this falling means. He falls knowing why he was condemned to fall. He understands what his defiance meant all the way through it. So he represents something very, very dangerous. And what he represents is the ability to understand the truth and stand against the truth. Whether he's right or wrong isn't the topic. He's not broken like those who encounter Cthulhu. He's not. He's not burdened like Odin, who's constantly seeking more. He reaches the point where the knowledge that he has leads him to a conclusion. And what he says was, I do not accept this. And this introduces something greater. This is rebellion after revelation. It's a very powerful concept. And I think he's the first. There may be some analogies with Loki, but I think he kind of stands apart. He rejects the truth after understanding it. What is when you can handle the truth, but you can handle the truth. You just reject what it is. And this is where it gets complicated because it doesn't destroy you. It doesn't control you. You stand in opposition to it. So Odin, again, sacrifices to gain the understanding of the truth. Cthulhu, let's get back to all of them. Cthulhu represents the truth that shatters the mind. Lucifer is very different. Wow, what the hell is that?